Hello there, Tyrant here, and I just finished watching episode 20 of Black Clover. So, it ended extremely. Shit, I should have. But, sorry. Shit. I just got really excited after it. Like, I just finished watching it, and it ended amazingly, really good. I might watch that ending one more time because it was reasonably like one of the most like in like I don't know how to explain. I'll explain it a little bit. So we'll split the episode in two, kind of three, but two. Asta's been passed out for about a week, and they have to file a report, so they have to meet up at the capital headquarters and do the report, and they have to meet up with the Wizard King, who they meet for the first time. And while on their way there, they meet up with the Golden Dawn team, and surprisingly, their interaction has been more attuned with each other. They were more comfortable, not like how they were in the beginning with Asta and shoot, what's the name of the Klaus? I think it's Klaus. The four-eyed guy. They were like really at each other, but now they have a sense of respect. Like there's a level of respect there now. Um, so they meet up with the Wizard King. They see how the Wizard King is. He's amazingly very stern, but when it comes to magic, he's very goofy and it's very fun to watch. And he gives the boys a very good lesson of what it takes to be the Wizard King, and I fully respect what he said. Those are actually really good words, because there's always been some very, like I would say, cliche words, and using that, I think that's one of the first times I've heard that put in that way, the merits and how others have to view it and stuff. So like I really enjoyed that. And after the whole conversation with the king, Wizard King, and all that, they were like, well, now that you guys are here, we're having a decoration ball for some people who have won the most stars and their group and everything. Like, oh, cool. So, and from here we learn the ranking system within the Magic Knights. I think that's what they're called. I can't remember off the top of my head. So, kind of like any military, there are ranks within the system, and we learn it. I do not remember them off the top of my head. I did not want to pause it at that point, mostly because the way it pauses it ruins because it's on the. So I'm gonna have to probably look it up and see what's what. Um, but let's see here. So you get to see everyone. So you get to see more characters. Like more characters are added to the scale of the world and stuff like that. And interestingly, everyone gets like a little bio and what their magics are, and they're like, oh, cool, stuff like that. From there, the Wizard King departs due to matter, and then you get everyone going to the ball, to the banquet, and enjoying themselves. This this is where it gets really good. Um, Now I'm gonna say one thing before the whole banquet scene. In the beginning, I forgot to mention this. In the beginning, as they were walking, they've they've set up this interesting love triangle between Noelle, Min, Min, Mimosa, and Asta. Even though Asta's a complete airhead, and these girls are still trying to figure things out. But it's interesting how they set this up. If I remember right, someone might look back into one of my first episodes that I didn't want Noel to be a love interest for him, but moving into like later now, it's more acceptable. I accept it a little bit more since there is history now. Before it would have been really frustrating if that would just stay like that. No, there's history now. It's okay. So this interesting love triangle is really great. Because the way I want to say that is because it leads to what's happening in the banquet. This history, these people, you've done something really critical. So everyone's at the banquet and super like in their own spaces and everything. And everyone's like really, really like focused and like stubborn and arrogant, and then here comes Asta just eating away. Yeah, and I was like, ah, that's Asta, that's awesome. And then people start talking and calling him out, calling him, like a peasant, like filth, rat, all that stuff, and like it doesn't phase him whatsoever. He's like, "Yep, I've heard these things before. Whatever." And I'm like, "Shit." And then some of the other members of the Golden Dawn, since they were from the Golden Dawn, some other members got some awards there. So like I was wondering if they're gonna do like some talks and like how things go, but no. Even within the groups, there is still some disdain, and I'm like, oh shit, because all we've seen is the Black Bulls, and the Black Bulls seem like a very, a very strange family, and they for the most part they get along with each other. So seeing how the Golden Dawn and how everyone else does their own thing is like, huh, okay, all right. But yeah, everyone's like the Golden Dawn. Some of the ones who got the awards for their rankings, start like telling them like, you guys like did a whole bunch of mistakes during your dungeon thing. You could do better. Like you did this. Like why, kind of putting them down. I was like, and they even put put him down, even though I felt for what the situation held, he did his best, and I thought he was, I thought he was a reasonably ranked person, but apparently in their group he is not, and like, okay, because they're dissing on him and he's just taking it, and like, shit. And then point for point, everyone just starts going on at them, and then as you see some of the other characters with the blonde, like the white hair, who are the siblings of Noelle. Like we know that history. Now we know that history. She's kind of been disowned for the most part from the family, and there is that history and everything. So they literally are like handing it to her, like just dishing out some like horrible stuff, to the point where I think her eldest brother just telling just leave, be gone, and she just starts crying and leaving, and then Asta just grabs her hand, just boom, like, and then just like starts yelling at everyone, just gets on top of the table and like starts yelling at other people because he had an idea. These are some of the best people who have earned the most stars for whatever credit they did. So they must be amazing people, yes. But no, they're just just other normal people who have their own agendas. Not just like hero complex. And not everyone is like Asa, who is very kind-hearted and everything. So to him, he's just kind of been not only like, these people are, these people are shit, and literally then just like goes on them and says, like, you guys are, well, I don't think what he says, I don't, shoot, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he just kind of like gets to a point where he says, you know what, the second I become Wizard King, yeah, he'll shut them all up. And I was like, fuck yeah. Like I might not have done it the best way, because that scene is done so well, and I am extremely happy about it. Like, he's talking down to some of the best people at the moment because of just their own arrogance, and that's what I'm hoping to continue on. I don't know how many episodes. I should look it up later, how many episodes it's gonna be, but it's like, it's scenes like that is what makes a show like this very enjoyable to watch. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna actually rewatch that last scene and enjoy it. So thanks again for watching. Until next time.